When I first decided to spend an extended amount of time in Iloilo City, I carried with me a suitcase full of expectations, mostly painted by stories of bustling Asian metropolises. I pictured constant noise, a whirlwind of traffic, and the beautiful chaos I had come to associate with vibrant city life. However, the moment I stepped out of the Iloilo International Airport, I felt a different kind of energy. It was not a chaotic rush, but a gentle, welcoming hum. The air felt cleaner, the pace seemed slower, and the smiles from the people I passed felt genuinely warm and inviting. My first drive into the city revealed wide, clean boulevards, beautifully preserved heritage buildings standing proudly next to modern developments, and a surprising amount of green, open space. Iloilo didn't shout for my attention, it softly invited me to come and discover its charms at my own pace. What truly surprised me most during those initial weeks was the city's incredible blend of old and new, and its deep commitment to creating a livable, people-centric environment. I was astonished by the Iloilo River Esplanade, a stunning, well-maintained walkway that stretches for kilometers along the riverbank. It was a place where students, families, and professionals all came together to walk, jog, or simply sit and enjoy the view. This wasn't just a concrete path, it was the city's living room, a shared space that fostered a sense of community. I had never seen such a thoughtful and beautiful public works project so central to a city's identity in Southeast Asia. It showed me that Iloilo wasn't just growing, it was growing with intention and with a deep love for its people and its natural beauty. This initial impression of thoughtful urban planning was reinforced everywhere I looked. The city has dedicated bike lanes, making it surprisingly easy and safe to explore on two wheels. This focus on accessibility and a healthy lifestyle was a delightful discovery. I found myself spending hours just wandering through the historic Calle Real, admiring the restored colonial architecture that spoke of a rich and layered past. These buildings weren't just relics. Many housed bustling shops, cafes, and businesses, seamlessly integrating history into the fabric of modern daily life. It felt like I had stepped into a place that truly valued its heritage, not as a museum piece but as a living, breathing part of its soul. This respect for the past while enthusiastically embracing the future was something I found utterly captivating. My first few weeks were a process of unlearning my preconceived notions and opening myself up to the city's unique rhythm. Iloilo is often called the City of Love, and I initially thought it was just a clever marketing slogan, but I quickly realized it was an authentic description of the local culture. The gentleness of the people, the care put into public spaces, and the overall peaceful atmosphere created a feeling of being genuinely welcome. It wasn't the loud, in-your-face adventure I might have anticipated, but something far more profound. It was a slow burn kind of love affair, a place that revealed its incredible heart layer by layer, making me feel not like a temporary visitor, but like someone who could truly belong. Daily life in Iloilo quickly settled into a comfortable and delicious routine, largely centered around its incredible food scene. The city is a paradise for anyone who loves to eat, and I made it my personal mission to explore it all. My mornings often began with a trip to a local coffee shop for a cup of rich, locally grown brew, often paired with a warm pan de sal. For lunch I would dive into a steaming bowl of lapad bachoy, the city's signature noodle soup, at the bustling La Paz public market. The symphony of flavors from the rich broth, tender pork and crispy chicharron was an experience in itself. Dinners were a chance to explore the fresh seafood at the restaurants along Villa Beach, where you could pick your catch and have it cooked right there in front of you. Food wasn't just for sustenance, it was a social event, a way to connect, and the heart of every gathering. Getting around the city is an adventure and an integral part of the Iloilo experience. The most iconic mode of transport is the jeepney, each one uniquely decorated with vibrant colors and designs. Learning the routes was like solving a fun puzzle, and the rides were always a fantastic way to observe local life. For shorter distances or more direct routes, I relied on the plentiful tricycles and taxis. The drivers were almost always friendly and helpful, often sharing tips on the best places to eat or visit. I also took full advantage of the city's bike-friendly lanes, which made for relaxing and scenic rides, especially along the river. This ease of movement meant that every corner of the city felt accessible, encouraging constant exploration and spontaneous discoveries without the stress of navigating overwhelming traffic jams. Making friends, which can often be a challenge for an expat, felt surprisingly natural in Iloilo. The local Ilonggos are known for their soft-spoken and friendly nature, and I found this to be absolutely true. My initial connections were made through simple, everyday interactions. Chatting with the barista at my favorite cafe, striking up a conversation with a vendor at the market, or joining a local walking tour. I also found a wonderful community of fellow expats through social media groups and local meetups. We would share stories, offer advice, and explore new restaurants together. This mix of local and international friendships created a rich and supportive social network that made the city feel like home much faster than I ever expected. The locals were always curious and kind, never making me feel like an outsider. The attitude of Ilonggos toward foreigners is one of the city's greatest assets. There is a genuine warmth and curiosity that is incredibly welcoming. People are patient, often going out of their way to help if you look lost or confused. I was frequently greeted with a smile and a friendly good morning from complete strangers during my walks. Unlike some places where expats can feel isolated or merely tolerated, in Iloilo, I felt seen and appreciated. Locals were eager to share their culture, teach me a few words in the Hiligaynon dialect, and proudly tell me about their city's history. This open-hearted acceptance is the essence of the city of love, creating an environment where it's easy to build meaningful connections and feel like a true part of the community. One of the most appealing aspects of life in Iloilo for any expat is the remarkably low cost of living, especially when compared to Western countries or even other major cities in Asia. My money simply went further here, allowing for a comfortable lifestyle without financial stress. A modern furnished one-bedroom apartment in a safe and convenient neighborhood was incredibly affordable. My monthly budget for groceries was a fraction of what I would spend back home, especially when I shopped at the local public markets for fresh produce, meat, and seafood. Eating out was also a guilt-free pleasure. A delicious and filling meal at a local eatery could be enjoyed for just a few dollars. This financial freedom meant I could say yes to more experiences, from weekend trips to nearby islands to trying new hobbies. Of course, moving to any new country comes with its share of challenges, and my time in Iloilo was no exception. The biggest hurdle I faced initially was the language barrier. While many Ilonggos, especially the younger generation and those in business, speak excellent English, the local dialect Hiligaynon is the language of the heart and of everyday life. In the markets, on jeepneys, and in more casual settings, not knowing the local tongue could sometimes be isolating. I felt like I was missing out on the deeper nuances of conversations and the full richness of the culture. It was a humbling experience that reminded me I was a guest in their home, and the onus was on me to adapt and learn. To overcome this challenge, I decided to embrace it head-on rather than shy away from it. I started small, carrying a small notebook with me everywhere I went. I would write down common phrases I heard like "Tag pila ini," "How much is this?" and "Salamat gid," "Thank you very much." I made an effort to use these phrases in my daily interactions, and the warm, appreciative smiles I received in return were incredibly encouraging. I also found a local tutor for one-on-one lessons, which not only improved my language skills, but also gave me profound insights into the local culture and way of thinking. This effort to learn the language opened up a whole new level of connection with the community and made my experience infinitely more rewarding. This process of learning the language taught me a valuable lesson about being an expat, the importance of humility and effort. It's easy to stay within an English-speaking bubble, but the real magic happens when you step outside of your comfort zone. My clumsy attempts to speak Hiligaynon often led to laughter and new friendships. It showed people that I was genuinely interested in their culture, not just there to enjoy the low cost of living. Overcoming this challenge transformed my relationship with the city. It deepened my appreciation for the Ilonggo people and allowed me to move from being a mere observer to becoming a more active and engaged participant in the wonderful community I was now a part of. What I love most about Iloilo, and what truly makes it special, is its beautiful sense of balance. It is a city that honors its past while eagerly striding into the future. It offers the conveniences and opportunities of a growing urban center, yet it retains the warmth, gentle pace, and close-knit feel of a smaller town. I love that I can spend a morning admiring centuries-old churches, and then spend the afternoon in a modern mall or a chic coffee shop. I love the city's commitment to green spaces like the Esplanade, which provides a sanctuary for the soul right in the middle of the urban landscape. It's this harmonious blend of progress and heritage, of nature and development, that creates a quality of life that is truly exceptional and deeply nourishing. The heart of Iloilo, however, will always be its people. The famous Ilonggo hospitality is not a myth, it is a daily reality. The kindness I have been shown, the patience extended to me as I fumbled with the language, and the genuine smiles that have brightened my days are what transformed this city from a destination into a home. This is a place where community still matters, where neighbors know each other, and where a spirit of collective pride is palpable. That feeling of belonging is something I will forever cherish. It's the human connection that makes a place truly lovable. And in Iloilo, that connection is strong, authentic, and offered with an open heart to everyone who arrives on its shores. For any expat thinking of moving here, my advice is simple. Come with an open mind and a curious heart. Be prepared to slow down. Iloilo's magic does not reveal itself in a rush. It unfolds gently in the quiet moments. Take the time to walk the streets, sit by the river, and simply observe the rhythm of daily life. Don't be afraid to try new foods, even if you don't know what they are. Make an effort to learn a few phrases in Hiligaynon. It is the key that will unlock a deeper connection with the people and the culture. Most importantly, accept the invitations that will surely come your way, whether it's for a coffee, a meal, or a local festival. Let the city's warmth embrace you. Ultimately, Iloilo is more than just a place to live, it's a place to thrive. It's a city that reminds you of the importance of community, the joy of simple pleasures, and the beauty of a life lived with a little more grace and a little less hurry. It welcomed me, challenged me, and ultimately captured my heart in a way I never expected. If you are looking for a place that feels like a warm embrace, a city with a rich soul and a bright future, then I cannot recommend Iloilo enough. It's a true place to love, and I am so grateful to now call it my home.